Okay, the last couple of days we've been brainstorming and now we're gonna put it all together. So we have a piece of paper in our red folder and it looks like this, and you will know you're on the right paper if it says draft at the very top of the page. So see if you can find that in your red folder. Maybe pause this video and find that piece of paper. And once you have it, we are going to need our brainstorming page and so we'll need that page and the paper that says draft. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take all of our ideas and we're gonna stick them on that paper today. So we will have a time-lapse video of you to see this.
All right, guys, today we're going to take the information from our pre-writing, okay, all of our thoughts, and we're going to put it down in our draft paper. And so what I have is I have a page, and you will have this, but it says draft, whoops, there we go, draft at the top. And this is where we have written our poem. And so we want to make sure, I'm going to put my name at the top. I realized we didn't put our name, Mrs. Wolf.
Okay.
I want to make sure that I read what it says, right? So if I were in charge of the world, I'd cancel. And here are my cancels. Things I'd cancel, okay? Then it says, the next stanza says, if I were in charge of the world, there'd be. So I go to my circle, my bubble of there'd be. And the next one says, if I were in charge of the world, you wouldn't have. So these are my you wouldn't haves. And the last one, then it says, if I were in charge of the world, and this is where we have this one, and these are kind of phrases, and so we put those in. Anyway, this is just my draft. I've written it. We'll look it over to make sure that you have things spelled correctly before we actually write a final.
Okay, should we read it? I think
Yes.
we should read what we have so far.
All right, I'll start it and we'll go back and forth.
Okay.
All right. If I were in charge of the world, I'd cancel mosquito bites, headaches, uncomfortable shoes, and also cleaning bathrooms.
If I were in charge of the world, there'd be longer weekends, a cure for COVID-19, and drink choices at the water fountain.
If I were in charge of the world, you wouldn't have unfriendly people. You wouldn't have alarm clocks. You wouldn't have Monday mornings or piles of laundry. You wouldn't even have yucky veggies like celery.
If I were in charge of the world, flowers would bloom all year, white cake with the white icing at every meal, and a person who sometimes doesn't like to clean and sometimes doesn't eat all their beans would still be allowed to be in charge of the world.
All right, that sounds so good. We can't wait to hear what you have written in your poem, but today you're going to do your draft and then go ahead and take a picture of this draft and post it on the pad below.